Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arlene, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you probably already know that lately I've been very into fragrances and somehow it has become a thing. I usually was not a content creator about fragrances. I'm not really a content creator about anything. I just have a channel and I like to film the things that I like to do for fun, and lately it has been a fragrance craze. It all started by me being at home recovering from a surgical medical thing that I had to deal with, and I couldn't do my camping trips, and I got super into perfumes. And I've always been a person that loves fragrance, like senses, like food, like things that smell good, things that are beautiful. I'm a Taurus. I don't know if that matters to any of you guys, if that has anything to do with anything, but I've never been a person that's been big into getting a lot of perfumes, because for the most part designer perfumes are expensive, and up until about the last 5 years that was pretty much your only choice. It was either cheap drugstore perfumes or expensive, designer perfumes. I've never really dabbled in niche perfumes, but lately there are Middle Eastern perfumes that are duping expensive niche and, designer. We all know this. Almost everyone that follows me now, all of a sudden, that they just came out of nowhere, has been into it. So I'm preaching to the choir. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm saying this for the people who don't know, who are maybe clicking on this for the first time, who've never come across, fragrance videos, and this is their first time. That's what we're talking about here lately. So before I even begin, I want to say thank you, because I am incredibly shocked at how many people have been so kind, so nice, so communicative, making comments down below, and I respond to every single one of you. I feel like I'm already having like a little friendship community growing with all of you. I'm recognizing your faces and your names, and the frequency in which you respond to all of my videos, and I am so flattered. I find it so fun. I'm so excited because there's really very few people. There's really no one that I can talk to about this, which is how I started just making videos about it. I feel like I make videos about things when I want to like share and talk to someone about it, but there's really no one in my world, in my community, in my family that I can really relate to with regards to my passion for whatever it is that I'm currently into. And this community about this has blown up exponentially. I think I started I think I had maybe I don't know, 100 something, 200. I don't know how many followers I had. It's almost at 900 now. And I just want to say thank you guys, because you guys are amazing. And let's just get right into it. So in today's video, I'm trying to think of like different themes, different ideas, because my collection is still growing. It's still relatively new, but I do have quite a few bottles in my possession now, and I still am learning about a lot of them. So I don't want to really review them yet until I feel like I've used them. Like one of you guys mentioned Teriyaki Intense. I do have it, but I haven't done a review on it yet because it's part of what I consider to be my intense perfumes. Yes, it's called Intense. There's a lot of perfumes that have the name Intense, but it's part of that group because they're like dark perfumes. They have like strong leather notes, or plummy, heavy, syrupy, smoky, like kind of very like nighttime, very like femme fatale, very dense, heavy perfumes that are more suited for winter or for evenings. And they need a lot of maceration time, and they're not ready yet. So I haven't talked about those yet, and that's coming up soon. I also have an idea to talk about my summer fruity ones, which I've mentioned a few in the last video. I think I talked about in the spring, summer, spring appropriate florals, but I also have fruities that are very, very fruity. And in the last video, I believe we talked about the creamy fruity florals that I have. So there's still a couple there that I haven't really talked about, but in this video, it's probably not the right time for it. We're almost in summertime. We're like mid-spring right now. And I just wanted to talk about it because it's there, and I'm ready to talk about it, and I'm still coming up with ideas. So if you guys have ideas about what you'd like me to discuss, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to like write it down so I can make sure to make a video about it. If I haven't made a video about something you've already requested yet, it's because I'm still working on it. Maybe I'm not ready to, somebody said, what are the most feminine fragrances you have? I have a lot of different kinds. They're not only Middle Eastern. I have some that are designer, that are expensive because I have them. Some of them I've had for a little bit. Some of them I bought recently because I really wanted them, but not a whole lot. And then I have some that are like designer-ish, but they're designer. They're just not like, YSL or Chanel or BDK. They're nothing like super expensive designer, but they are designer, and they're relatively inexpensive. Similar to a good Middle Eastern perfume bottle, maybe a little bit more, maybe a smaller size of fluid, but they're not very common, they're not very popular, they're not very talked about. I've just watched so many other fragrance reviewers, some of them are not very popular fragrance reviewers, who just, you know, I've just been picking up on them. Plus, playing on Fragrantica is addicting. Like, I will see one perfume that is like a very expensive, very niche, talked about perfume, and then I'll see down below the ones that it smells like. And make sure you check the little thumb up or thumb down, because just because it says it smells like doesn't mean that it does. People will vote if they do or they don't believe that it smells like it, and some of them are like right there, and they're actually more thumbs down, so it probably doesn't. But I don't know if I've mentioned this before in another video. I probably have. Practically all my purchases have been blind, and I don't think I've had bad luck doing that. I've had pretty much, for the most part, some success. There are some that I don't like. I did make a video about that already. You might want to go check that one out. But with that said, in today's video, I want to talk about what I currently have, what I own. I don't have everything, but my gourmands. It's my gourmand tray. I want to show you this tray, but I'm a little scared because it's quite heavy, and I actually moved it over from where I have it back there on my dresser, because that area of my room is quite dark, and I just didn't feel like, I'm not gonna lift it up. In fact, I might just do this. Hang on one second. Oops, I'm trying not to drop things here. So this is my gourmand tray right there. See? So I'm gonna get into it. But it's such a beautiful little plastic tray that I found on Amazon. It was not expensive. I think it was like maybe $30 or something like that, but maybe a little less, but it's really pretty. And I keep it over there on my dresser. So we're gonna start with, I have 3 rows, and each row has 5. So there's 15 perfumes. And we're gonna start with the vanillas, okay? One of the very first fragrances that I ever bought, what got me down the rabbit hole into fragrances in the first place, was one particular male fragrance reviewer, fragrance obsessed person that lives in my city, and he talked about this one like it was amazing, and I had to have it based on the description. And it was one of the first ones that I got, and I think I did review it in one of my earlier videos when I just started like getting new things and unboxing. And I'm surprised people have not talked about this. I'm shocked. And that is December Vanilla by Paris Corner. It's a heavy, beautiful, substantial bottle. It is ceramic. The cap is metal. And I love that the notes are written in the back. I feel like they should do this for every perfume. Look at this. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to see it because of the reflection. But it says top notes are rum, vanilla orchid, and jasmine. Heart notes are vanilla, spicy notes, leather, tonka bean, rose, creme brulee. Base notes are brown sugar, amber, oud, patchouli, sugar, and musk. So this is like, I was so brand new to all this. This was like, what? Huh? What are they talking about? I don't know what any of these are. But yet the more perfumes I've sampled, the more I've gotten familiarized with the notes and what they smell like individually. And I can tell you right off the bat, after having been into this for almost 2 months now, I love jasmine. Not everybody does. I find it to be such a feminine floral. Vanilla, obviously. I love boozy notes. This has rum. It has leather. I'm not a huge fan of leather, but if it's sprinkled in just in the right amount, I could dig it. I like some spice. Tonka, rose, it has to be done right as well. And it has sugar. I'm not a huge fan of something that's very heavy on amber, surprisingly. I always assumed that amber was gonna be something I would like, just because the color, the warmth of it sounds like something I would like. It reminds me of like caramel or just autumn, fall, like autumnal. I love that kind of thing, like sweet, brown sugary, but it's not quite like that. It can be quite medicinal if not done right. I've noticed from the amber perfumes that I have. Oud as well. It has to be very light. If it's too heavy, it can be quite masculine. And patchouli as well. It can come off kind of earthy, like dirty smelling if it's not done right. And musk, yeah, also has to be done right. It's one of those things that can just smell a little too weird if it's not done right. But this perfume is not to be taken lightly. You would think it's vanilla. This is for winter. If you wear this in the summer, it must be at night in your air-conditioned house. If you go out and you live in a hot place where in the summertime it's warm outside, you're gonna choke yourself, you're gonna choke someone else. It would smell like it doesn't fit in, even though it's vanilla, because it is a heavy perfume. And today we are going to be using our toilet paper because I'm not fancy. I don't have little strips like everybody else, so toilet paper. Somebody had mentioned that they thought that I looked like, I reminded them of, it's a Disney movie with a bull that loves to sniff flowers, and the flowers just kind of like suck up into his nostrils. I forgot what was his name? Ferdinand, I think it is. I don't know. Anyway, I looked it up and I just saw like little short, quick, little gifs of Ferdinand, and I thought it was pretty hilarious. I'm flattered, by the way. It's so cute. So we're gonna use this today because, again, my sleeves, and I don't want to fill myself with all of this stuff. I just want to smell it and move on to the next one. So that's a beautiful spray. All right, so immediately I get the rum, a vanillic rum. It's a rum cocktail. It smells so good. It's got a little bit of that medicinal vibe that I'm picking up from the amber, but it doesn't bother me in this sense. Like in my most hated videos, there was an amber perfume that smelled really bad. It's like that little bit of medicinal that I'm getting here, but way too much. And this is giving me, on the paper, I'm not getting a lot of the leather, but I remember wearing it and spraying it on myself, and I remember smelling a little bit of the leather. It wasn't super strong leather. It says vanilla orchid. I'm not sure what orchid smells like, but I do smell some flowers here. I smell the jasmine, patchouli for sure. But again, it's not done in a way that's ugly. It is strong, and it is quite, think of a bowl of potpourri, but like dipped and drenched in sugary caramely, because it has creme brulee. I think of like the caramel that you toast, that you burn on the creme brulee that makes it crispy, vanilla cream. So you got that bowl of potpourri that's got some, dried flowers. That's that patchouli and the rose and probably vanilla orchid. I don't know, because it's a flower. And then you got that sweetness too, but you also add a little bit of rum in there as well. So it's a very complex scent. But when it dries down and it comes together, it's very pretty as a one unison whole picture. But again, this is a winter ski bunny snowing in the Alps. Like this is a nice winter perfume. Maybe that's why they have the December as the name. I don't know. Maybe there's another one called December Rose, which I've never tried, never really had an interest in it, but who knows, might be pretty great. But this is not your typical gourmand. This isn't just gonna smell like vanilla creme brulee. This is pretty strong, pretty intense. So if you like strong, intense, complex fragrances, if you don't mind patchouli, you might like this. And this is not something for layering. I mean, I guess you could layer anything if you feel like. You could do whatever you want. There's no rules in perfume. But the reason why I say this is because I don't even think I should have this in my vanillas category. It should be with the next category that I have here, which is like my drinks, the coffee, the boozy, because this is like a whole perfume on its own. There's so much complexity and layers and just stuff going on here that it's not just your easy little vanilla gourmand. Not by a stretch. It's substantial. This is one of my strongest, if not the strongest gourmand that I have in this whole category that I own. So buy at your own risk, sample it if you can. I think it's one of those things, you're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. And I love it. So moving on to the next one. Another vanilla. I have, this one is supposed to be very, very identical to Bianco Latte because it was reviewed by someone that they said this is an even better dupe for Bianco Latte than Eclair. And I do have Eclair. I don't have it in my physical possession because I gave it to my daughter because it smells identical to this one. This is Cream Velvet by Carrelage. And the notes are not identical when you go on for Fragrantica. This, I believe, has a butter note in it that Eclair does not have. But when you smell them side by side and you one hand and the other, they smell identical. So I figured I don't need two of the same thing. I gave one to my daughter because she really loved the scent. And I'm like, here, keep it. It's yours. Anything that's mine is my children's. I'm sorry, but that's just how I function. I tell them all the time, you can come to my room and grab any perfume and just, if you want to smell it, if you want to spray it, wear it. I don't care. If you're gonna take it, just let me know. So I'm not like, what the heck happened to that perfume? But what's mine is yours. And if she loved it, it made her happy. She said, it smells good. I like that one. It's yours, baby. That's the kind of mom that I am. But anyway, I have both. I don't need both. I find this bottle to be a lot more user-friendly, you know, to take it with you, throw it in your purse if you want to respray throughout the day. I think it's very pretty, very modern, I just love it. I love the cap. Cadlage, I'm telling you, Cadlage has a special place in my heart. They have a way with bottles. This is a metal heavy cap. That's a ceramic bottle. You can see the juice a little bit. Can you? Or is that my imagination? I don't know. Perhaps not. I'm crazy. But this one, beautiful sprayer. That was me. I sprayed it twice, but it is Eclair. It is Bianco Latte. And I did have a sample of Bianco Latte. Let me just show you. I haven't made a video sampling showing you guys all the samples that I have, but these are just examples of little samples that I have. I think I did in another video show you guys that I had a sample of Bianco Latte, but I have other samples. So when I tell you I sampled it, I didn't really go to a store and just sniff it once. I have a sample, so I can sniff it as much as I want. I could wear it and compare it, you know, one on one arm and one on the other. When I sample things, I'm really actually testing it out, not just walking into a store and sniffing it. If I do that, I would let you know. I just sniffed it for a second, but I love this. Simple. Easy. Have I worn it lately? No. We're in spring, about to enter summer. Do I wear it sometimes at night just to feel cozy and comfy in my own home? Yes, because it's that nice. You can wear it to go to sleep, but when it comes fall and winter, you can layer this with a bunch of other things. If you have stronger perfumes, you can put them together to make them a little bit sweeter. I love that this is something you can wear on its own. I don't think it's gonna make a huge statement, but Bianco Latte is a perfume. It's $150 that you can wear on its own. But if you want to wear something simple, you can, but you can layer this and you can just make it into your own fragrance with other things that you might have. But I think this is a great staple. I feel like gourmands are nice staples because you can wear them on their own, but they're great for layering because you're just adding a touch of sweetness or a touch of creaminess or butteriness, perhaps to something else that you already own that might be a little sharp. Maybe it's too floral, or maybe it's too heavy and it needs some lightening up. It needs a little bit of creaminess, and voila, you've got yourself what you wanted, you know? So this is a perfect, easy, simple vanilla. There's so many vanillas out there that people talk about constantly. Bois de Vanille is one that I really wanted, but it's on eBay, and I've been burned on eBay a couple times. Thankfully, the burning was corrected, I guess you could say, because they accepted me to refund by returning the bad product that I was given for a full refund. But with that said, I don't want to pay so much money for a simple vanilla. I know there's so many beautiful vanillas out there. Guerlain, Speedy Tuesday Vanille. There's so many. I feel like with this, I'm good. I'm set. Like, this is a perfume on its own. It's vanilla, but vanilla, and it's a whole perfume on its own with so many things. This is just a simple vanilla that you can add to anything or wear on its own, and I love it. Another one that I have that is pretty much identical, I have not been able to notice a difference, is Nyla Vanille, it says, but vanilla, whatever, Nyla Vanilla. And this one does not have a butter note, but I feel like it's redundant. I had 3 Eclairs, 3 Bianco Latte dupes, because these are so similar. If anything, they're very similar, but I feel like this one's better. This one's more like Eclair. This one, I don't know. I got a bit of a burst of alcohol right there for a minute in the opening. I don't know why I'm getting so much alcohol. Maybe because I haven't really used them that much. I don't know. For now, since I can't give you a proper assessment, if you're looking for a Bianco Latte type thing, if you have a Claire, great. If you don't have a Claire, or you don't want a Claire, you don't like a Claire, you want something different, out of these 2, I would say I feel confident that I love this one. I sprayed this before. I've used this before. I don't know why it's not cooperating right now. Hang on a freaking second. It's vanilla. I think the difference that I'm getting is that this is more just vanilla. If you ever smell just vanilla, it's not really so sweet. It is sweet, but you need to add other things if you're gonna have like a vanilla cake or vanilla cookies or vanilla ice cream to make it sweet. You need sugar and all the things. That's what this has. It has a little bit more of a sweetness, I think, than this one, but they're super, super similar. Like, I mean, the difference is probably like 5%, 10%. Like, it's not a whole lot. They're almost identical. So those are my vanillas. The next two I have, I think I've shown already in another video, are, one of them is a more direct dupe for Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. The other one is similar in my opinion, but I think having them together and wearing them together is the perfect thing. And it's these guys. I have Victoria by Lattafa, and this is so similar to Devotion. Look, I have my Devotion sample right here. I don't know if you can see it. And I have here my Bianco Latte sample. So you know that I'm not lying. This one is a lot more like Devotion because it's got that more sharp lemon lime in the opening, whereas this one is also lemony, but this one is Empire Victor by Cadlage, and it's a little bit more creamy, a little bit more cakey. I feel like I can tell these are my two vanillas. Sorry, I'm going back to them. I feel like this is my cream velvet and this is my Nyla. I don't remember the shape of the paper. Maybe you guys might remember. One is kind of broken and one is long. I don't remember which one's which, but I believe that this is cream velvet. Let me know in the comments if I'm right or wrong, if you noticed the paper or not. I don't know. This is creamier. Not creamier, slightly sweeter because of the caramel and the butter. And this is like just vanilla. That makes sense. But anyway, let's get another one. So this guy is more like a, people say like lemon pound cake. This, I would say there's like a key lime pie. So key limes, if you're familiar with, they're limes, they're not lemons. And lime is a little bit more on the bitter tart side, whereas lemons are a little bit sweeter. They're both citrus, they're both lemon lime. Not a huge difference, but it's not bad, of course. I do pick up a flower. I can't tell you what flower it is. I don't know, but I do smell something that reminds me of like when you enter a flower shop as well. So there's vanilla and a cakiness, but it's not just that. And lemon as well, obviously. But there's something floral too. And it's so much like Devotion. Like so much like Devotion. There's no denying it. But then on top of that, if we were to mix it together with Empire Victor, this is more like the lemon pound cake. This is more like the lemon meringue pie. Yes, there's such a stark difference here, a big difference. This is more of a, okay. This guy, more limey, but still sweet and vanillic and cakey. This one's more creamy and cakey with lemony. Lemons are a little bit creamier, a little bit sweeter than limes. I don't feel like Devotion smells so much like this. I think if it did, it would be better because in my personal opinion, I feel that this is more desirable than this. Not that this is bad, but this is more like Devotion. But this is that creamier, sweeter. This is a little bit more tart, lemony, even though they're both creamy and sweet. But if you put them together, I think that's the ideal combination. And I think it would be better than Devotion. This is a little stronger because it's more forward on the citrus, and this is a little less strong because anything that's more creamy and vanillic is going to be slightly less strong, I feel. So by putting them together, you're gonna get the best of both worlds. But anyway, that's my whole vanilla rack. I don't have anything else that is just known as a vanilla. It's just those guys. I can tell the difference just by the smell. This is Victoria. This is Empire Victor. This is a little more sharp. This is a little more creamy, but they're both lemon vanilla pound cake. A little more key lime pie, a little more lemon meringue. Dare I say it, this even has a little bit of a Bianco latte vibe. I think I said that in my last review, the review that I did of the little samples. Oh, if I honestly, Devotion is a beautiful perfume. People love it. People want all the dupes. They're both lovely. But if I had to pick one that I find nicer, I would say it's this one. Because I feel like it's sweeter, it's creamier, it's got the lime and lemon, but it's a little bit of a sweet lemon, and I just find it more pleasing than this guy. This one is nice too, but it's more citrus, more lime. It is sweet and creamy as well, but just more lime. So I think I said that ad nauseum. I'm being redundant at this point, so let's just move on. So the next category that I have is what I consider my liqueurs, my coffees, my little coffee bar, okay? Because I have Kamrakawa by Lattafa. I have not worn this yet. I've played around with it, as you can see, somewhat used, but I have not worn it yet. I can't speak on longevity. A lot of people have this. Let me tell you something before I forget. I have not shown on a video yet me sampling Kilian's Angel Share, but I do have it. It's in here somewhere. So the black bag is my blacklisted, like, no, I don't like them. And my pink bag, I either already have dupes for them or I'm ordering the OG because I love it. And Kilian's Angel Share is in my black. And I'm going to tell you why. There it is. See if I can show it to you. See if you can see it because it's inside. Angel Share. When I sampled Angel Share, I concentrated on it. I smelled it for a long time and I got apple juice. I don't get apple juice from this. When I smelled Kilian, I could just take it all in, take a moment, and all I can smell was apple juice. Like if a child's apple juice box spilled on my arm. This is different. This is boozy. This is appley. Maybe it's the coffee note, but this is a little more layered and more complex. I would not buy Angel Share. I wouldn't even want it if it was free. I'll take it and I just probably would hardly wear it. A lot of people love it. I get that's a very controversial thing. Everybody's like, oh my God, Angel Share. I'm not a fan of Baccarat Rouge. I've discovered that by having dupes and by sampling the original, and I'm just like, okay, all right, it's okay. This is not a dupe for Angel Share. Everybody says it is. Some people say it's not. I agree with the people who say it's not. It is similar. It's in the same vein. It's in the same family, but it's not the same. And dare I say, and I know other people have said this, and I'm not just repeating what I see, so please don't believe that. You know, I'm an unsponsored perfume enthusiast, not an influencer that gets free perfume sent to me, or, you know, I'm not even monetized yet on this channel. But this is better than Angel Share. I don't have the original. I have the Kawa, the one that has the coffee note, and I don't have the new one. I don't feel like I want them. I don't feel like I need that much. I think you're good with just this. I love this. It's delicious. It's perfectly unisex. It's sweet. It's delectable. You're gonna smell like a delicious, to me, it's like a coffee drink, spiked coffee, like an Irish coffee, right? And I can't wait to wear this. I don't think this is appropriate for spring or summer. I don't even think it's appropriate for a spring or summer evening. Maybe an evening at home if you're with someone that you're trying to seduce, fine. But do whatever you want. If you want to wear it, fine. I just don't feel, when I say not appropriate, I don't mean that other people will think that there's something wrong with it and judge you for it. Who cares what other people think? Do whatever you want. But for me, I get into a mood. Like, I'm not a fan of like freshies, or so I thought, because I tend to love more dark, complex, heavy perfumes. But lately I've been kind of craving freshies. And I think it's because the seasons change. You know, the plants are blooming and it's warming up outside. And when I'm outside, if I'm on a boat or in the beach or by a pool, I want to probably smell fruity. I want to smell fresh, like citrusy, lemony, you know, bright, happy florals. I don't want to smell heavy. You know, this just feels so nice for Thanksgiving or fall or Christmas morning. Oh, to smell like this on Christmas morning. Like, this is nice. So moving on to another one that is similar to this one that I have not even worn yet. I have barely sampled it. I probably shouldn't even be reviewing it, but again, I bought these and it's not the time to wear them yet. So they're just sitting and aging for me. And that is Fire Your Desire by Emir. And that is done by, is it Paris Corner? Yes. Paris Corner. I love this little tassel. Reminds me of the old opium bottles. I don't know if you remember, was it opium or was it Obsession? Like in the 80s, my mom had a bottle that had like a little black tassel. And they're collecting dust because I don't use them. But let's see what this one's been turning into while it's been sitting. I feel like this needs more time to sit. I can smell hardly nothing right now. And I got so much alcohol. Maybe it's because I just smelled this and this is ready. And I think I got this first. This is ready to be worn. I'm not gonna wear it now, but it's ready. I can't imagine by the holidays. But this one is like confusing me. It's boozy, but like I'm having a really hard time. I don't want to waste it. Look where it's at already. I mean, it's not that bad. I can't judge this one yet. It's too soon. I'm not smelling much of anything. I think my nose is going a little bit anosmic to it right now, which is scary because I hope that's not permanent. I hope I can smell this perfume. I'm considering starting a Milky page in case as time passes, there's probably some perfumes that I don't want to wear anymore, that I'm not as crazy in love with as I thought I was, that I might consider selling. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you guys might be interested in shopping around for, because obviously if something costs 30 bucks, I might sell it at 15 because I'm not trying to make a profit here. I just don't want to have a loss sitting around in my room, you know. And the next one is Shahur Intense. And the thing that I find very strange is that the white one is on Fragrantica, but this one is not. And I don't understand why. Like, why is this not on Fragrantica? This is another coffee boozy scent, and I have worn this at home and I can smell it, but I feel like the longevity is not quite there. Like, I'll smell it, unlike my experience right now with Fire Your Desire is that I could barely smell it. I can smell this one. I've worn it at home because it's so cozy, like especially like on a weekend morning. It smells like a fresh cup of coffee with like some Irish cream and Baileys in it. Yeah, that's what I get. But like, I feel like it wouldn't last. I would spray it all over myself. I'd smell it for like an hour or so and then it was gone. So maybe it needs to sit and get stronger. Maybe it's just not that strong. But maybe if it's not that strong, and everyone talks about how strong this one is, if you layer them, that might be cool. But this reminds me of like a Bailey's Irish cream coffee cocktail. And it's more coffee than Kamrakawa. Kamrakawa is very sweet, very praline, very, you know, rummy, whiskey, I don't know, some sort of like sweet, sugary type of booze. Whereas this one's more on the coffee side, but it's a boozy coffee. It's a spiked coffee. And I really like it. I really like it. I almost didn't like this one and put this one in the closet of shame for a little while because at first, when I first got it, I could barely smell it. And now I smell it. So you do have to give them some time. But I think this one's really nice. And I did see an influencer, one of the influencer that got me into this rabbit hole, talking about how he might be working with the company that does this one and the white one and coming up with one that's like a silver platinum sort of color. And it's gonna be a mixture. I think the white one is more fruity, and then this is a boozy coffee. So I don't understand like how that's gonna smell, like a fruity boozy coffee. I don't know, that could be good, that could be gross, but we'll see what happens. But that sounds interesting. The bottle's really pretty. I love this indentation, this hole that it has down here. Reminds me of a wine bottle. I do like this little, you know, diamond bedazzled sort of, reminds me of Valentino, Donna Born in Roma. The top is really cute. I like that. I don't feel like it's plastic, but it is pretty. I don't think this is gaudy. I don't think this is tacky at all. Oh, the maker is Al Absar. And at first I thought, what a mistake, I might regret this. You know, this smells like nothing, but now it's coming around and it's quite comforting on a weekend morning when I go to brew my warm cup of coffee and I just want to chill and relax on a Saturday or Sunday and I'm in that mood. I'll spray a little bit of this sort of stuff on because, again, it's not that long lasting. It's just a nice little feeling, you know. The next one is very similar, gives me the same feeling. I tend to wear it on weekend mornings as well. I've considered wearing it to work, but I haven't yet because, again, I don't feel like it matches the season. And that's Caramel Macchiato. It's called the Coffee Collection and it's by Fragrance World. You can see it back there. And you know, the bottle's very well done, has those little studs. I love this little, you know, thing, and it matches with this little thing, and the cap is plastic, but this is really cute. And this is a really, probably my favorite so far of the coffee drinks that I've just shown you. Coffee drink inspired ooh, fragrances. Oh, so I don't know if you can see, there's like a gook that has formed, like a layer of gook on the edge of my bottle. That's weird. Maybe the perfume has created this. It's like, ew. Maybe it just stayed wet and it dried and it got all crusty. That's weird. Anyway, this is why I do like to try to like wipe down my bottles when I spray them. I don't want this sort of thing to happen. I received a new little bottle of something that I guess it spilled a little in the process of being shipped, or maybe how it was stored. Maybe it was laying on its side. I try my best not to store if I have something in a box, like a backup bottle, on its side for that reason. But sometimes you don't have room and it ends up laying on its side. I feel like I took most of it off. There's still some there, but anyway, this one smells really nice. So this one is similar to this one in that it's very coffee, but it's also similar to this one because it's more boozy than the other one. So I would say this, maybe it's the caramel that gives it a boozy vibe. It's like a marriage of these two. So if you can't get all three of these and you want a coffee boozy sort of drink, and you have this one and you get this one and you put them together, you can do that. And you basically have this. Or if you don't have any of these, just get this. Like if you're trying to limit your collection and you don't want to get everything because you're like feeling like you're missing out. If you get this is like a mixture of Shahur and Kamrakawa. These two, sorry, where's my label? There you are. If I put these guys together, I get caramel macchiato. Caramel macchiato, because Shahur is more coffee. This is caramel macchiato. And Kamrakawa is like a boozy, caramelly dessert sort of apple pie-ish sort of coffee liqueur scent. And this gives me a little bit of both. What did I do with my... Yeah. Yes, I even get a little bit of apple here. I don't know if that's my imagination. Again, you'd have to look at the notes. Obviously it has caramel, but it's vanillic. This has got to be my favorite of all of these, okay? If I can only have one coffee boozy inspired gourmand, if I can only have one, it would be this one. If I can only have one vanilla, like that is just vanilla, it would be this one. If I can only have one lemony vanilla devotion sort of inspired perfume, it would be this one. So moving on to the next, oh no, wait, I'm not done with this rack. The last one, this is actually my least favorite. I keep it because it's sentimental. It's one of the very first Middle Eastern perfumes, first perfumes that I've ever bought in reality, because not perfumes ever, but like I had 3 perfumes left when I decided to get into all of this. For the years that I've had perfumes, I've only ever had maybe 4 or 5 at a time. I think maximum 10 at a time. They were all designer for the most part. And as they've gone being used up and run out, I threw away the bottles, and I've been down to like just 3. And then I started getting into this. December Vanilla was one of the first ones, and this was also one of my first ones. And it's Kisa Delicious by Paris Corner. And some people rave about this and some people are extremely disappointed by it. I don't think it's bad. Shoot, I'm destroying my paper here. It's not a bad scent. I destroyed my paper, sorry. It's not a bad scent. It just seems like kid perfume, like toy perfume. Like it just doesn't, it's, when people say plasticky, I get what they mean. I remember thinking, what do they mean? Like it smells like plastic? No, it just doesn't smell like a real anything. Some people say this is supposed to be like a hot cocoa with like orange peel. I don't get any orange. I do get a little bit of a cocoa and a sweetness, but it's so artificial. It does smell like when they say Barbie doll heads or Like when you're a kid, like growing up in the 80s, I had like a strawberry shortcake doll, and her little dress, if you like scratch it or if you sniff it, it smells like strawberry. It's that kind of scent profile. And it's just too, It's also not long lasting at all. It smells like plastic fake, chocolate. And I don't love it. It's not bad. It's just like not impressive to me. And I used to wear it to sleep, and believe it or not, I used to layer it with my, I don't know if you saw my cherry video, but if you haven't, there's a video about all the cherries I have. My Sweet Heaven Cherry by Gulf Orchid. I absolutely adore that one. I still adore it. It's one of the first ones that I got too. And I used to wear that one with this one together to go to sleep. And it was such a cozy, cherry cocoa kind of vibe. And this is super full. This might be one that I give to my daughter if she likes it and enjoys it, because I just don't get, the sprayer's amazing, but maybe because I've had it in storage, like not storage, it's just been sitting there not being used for such a long time. It's also so incredibly freaking light, and it's always been that way. I could barely smell it when I got it, and I feel like I can barely smell it now, and I just don't see the point of having it. The bottle's really pretty. I never bought the Kisa Pink because I was worried that it was going to give me the same sort of disappointment. So that's just there to be there. I might sell it on my Mercari if my daughter doesn't care for it, doesn't want it. So let me know if you're interested. Some people love these things, and I'm no one to judge. You love what you love. Like I love how, there's so much variety. Some perfumes that I don't like or love or think are very impressive, you guys have made me aware in the comments of how much you love them, and that's perfectly valid. That's obviously, like, we all have things that we love and don't love. So I'm just giving you my honest opinion about it, but you're more than welcome to love what you love. And if you want extra of it and you don't want to pay full price, I'm going to be selling whatever I don't want on my Mercari for half the price, just because I've had it for a while. I do have the boxes. I have all my boxes saved. So don't ask me why I did that. I never ever thought that I would make a channel. I never ever thought, or content about this. I never thought that I might sell them. I just always kept the boxes for just in case. I don't know why. I'm just crazy like that. But anyway, moving on to the very last row. This row, it's very hard to find what they have in common. They're not vanillas. They're not coffee beverages, like boozy, alcoholic beverages, but they are gourmands and they are sweet. And they do have some vanilla. Some of them have tonka. Some of them have coconut. Some of them have milk. And they're just up on this section together because they are. And we're going to start with one. We're actually going to start with two at the same time because these are twins. And this is another video I want to make because I think I have a bunch of other perfumes that this has happened with. I was so shocked because one is hyped up on the internet and you get it. And then you find so many others that are hyped up and you maybe get some of those. And in all that time, you might get one and then you're like, this smells so much like something I already have. And then I'm like, oh my God, I have two of the exact same juice, exact same perfume liquid that perhaps this company and this company shook hands and agreed, we're gonna both use it, we're gonna label it whatever we want, and we're gonna put it out there. And that is Soirée by Maison Assoir and Nebras by Latafa. These two, go on for Grantica, look up the notes. They are not going to be listed as the same, but when I tell you this is 100% the exact same perfume, exactly the same. Nothing is different except for the bottle. Nothing. The only difference, and this could be with age, packaging, when it was filled, distributed, how it was shipped, was that I noticed that this one smelled like how it's supposed to smell from the day that I got it. And I fell in love with the scent. Because this one was a disappointment because when I opened it and I smelled it, I couldn't smell anything. But that has happened to me with a lot of my perfumes here. It happens a lot with Middle Eastern perfumes. It happens even with expensive designer perfumes while they're being shipped from far away. And we already talked about this in other videos before. This is a lot like wine. If it's rattled, if it's shaken, if it's exposed to extreme temperatures, super hot, super cold, the juice gets upset and it doesn't want to perform like how it should. If you let them sit in a nice dark room, in a cool room, normal temperature, doesn't have to be cellar temperature. We're in Florida, my house gets in the mid to high 70s at some point in the day. It's okay. They start to finally bloom and blossom. They're very finicky, these things. But this one took me like 3-4 weeks to finally smell something. Whereas this one, the moment I took it out of the box, I was like, oh my God, I love this. Oh my God, I love this. What is this? And then later I was like, what does this smell like? This smells like something I have. What does this smell like? And I couldn't figure it out because this wasn't even fully ready yet. And then I came back to this and was like, oh my, what does this smell like? And that's when I put 2 and 2 together. Identical. Okay, we're just gonna sample it on my arm. I have very little of my perfume of the day left anyway. Oh my God. That's such a divine smell. It really is. And this one. The sprayer. The sprayer on this one, as you saw, is way superior to this one. And I'm not even joking. I still smell this one stronger than this one. It's not to say that it is a stronger perfume or a different perfume. It's the same scent. I feel like this one's just made better. It's made well. Like this is like, it's still macerating. I don't know what to tell you. It's just not at its full capacity. It's like a ghost or a whisper of what it's supposed to be. Whereas this one is like, I'm here. I smell it. But here, I can hardly smell it. I smelled it for a second and then it was gone. This is the one I would get. This is the one that I actually ordered a backup bottle for. Soiree. I think the bottle is more storage friendly because it's tall and skinny. I like tall and skinny bottles only because this is how much space is going to take up on your dresser or on your shelf or wherever you are versus this much space. This is 2 perfume spaces. 1, 2. This takes up the space of 2. I think, honestly, this is a prettier bottle. Very pretty, but this is more functional. The perfume is stronger and it's the exact same smell. And I believe, I could be wrong. They could be similar or maybe this one's more, but I have a feeling this one was less. Maybe I'm wrong. But either way, this is the winner. They're the same. Pick whichever bottle you want. If this one's working for you, fine. You don't need this. But if you don't have either of these and you want to know what this smells like, you want to know what the Billie Eilish one smells like, supposedly this is a direct dupe. This is exactly like this, so this is a direct dupe too. That's it. I'm surprised people have not talked about this. I'm shocked. It's so good. It's got a little bit of a powderiness makeup vibe that I just sort of picked up, but not like in a strawberry makeup, like cherry chapstick makeup. It's not like that. It's a creamy vanilla. There's a hint of chocolate there. There is some berries. It's such a unique scent though. Like it's amazing. Yeah, they smell identical. I don't have Billie Eilish. I've never smelled it, but there's nothing else that smells like this. Like of all the gourmands that might exist, I feel like this is a very unique profile and I like it. I love it. I feel like it's so delectable and yummy and sweet. The next one I have is one that has introduced me to the world of milk perfumes, and that is Taskeen Lactea Divina. And I don't love perfume that has milky notes or is super, super milky, and I don't hate perfume that's super milky. It just has to be done right. Unlike my, Caed Al Farsan Unlimited, I don't even know how to say it, that smells like rotten milk to me. This doesn't give me that vibe. That one was not done well or properly, in my opinion. This one was, but it's still kind of weird to me to smell like a glass of milk, because that's what this smells like. It smells like sweet milk, like buttermilk. Like there's a hint of floral, there's a hint of vanilla. Think of like when I don't know if you remember, how you can buy jugs of chocolate milk or strawberry milk that comes like that already from the grocery store. Back in the day, they used to have vanilla milk. I don't know if you guys remember vanilla milk. Oh my God, I used to love it. This reminds me of vanilla milk. It's like Nestle Quick. I know they have strawberry and chocolate. I don't know if they ever had vanilla, but if they had vanilla, it's that Nestle Quick powder vanilla in milk. This is vanilla milk, and it's really, really good, but again, it's kind of literal for me, kind of like the French coffee. It's milk, so it smells really nice, but people might be like, you smell like a glass of warm milk, like a mug filled with warm milk to go to sleep. It's pretty, it's nice. I think it's weird that perfume smells like food these days, but hey, I'm all for it. I love it. I think it's very winter and fall. I think if you wear this in the summer, you might feel like you're gonna puke because it's hot, it's summer, and then you're smelling like hot milk. But it could be sexy. I mean, I guess, yeah, you could probably have some fun with that. The next one I love. I think this is perfect for all seasons because it's equally gourmandish for the fall and winter. It's very nutty, but it's also quite beachy and summery, and that is Minya by Paris Corner. This one I wore not long ago. It was also one of the very first bottles that I ever purchased, and it smells to me more almond than pistachio. There is a pistachio. I do pick up the pistachio, but I feel like it reminds me of Desarono. Is that what it's called? I forget what it's called. It's the alcohol, the liqueur that smells like amaretto. The amaretto liqueur. Like a biscotti cookie because it's got that almond. And in my mind, I have to give this a color. I know this is weird because I don't like this perfume, but I would give it a very soft, light brown, like this color. Think of this color. That's what this makes me think of. Like the color of the skin of almonds. It smells creamy, but nutty, slightly coconutty. So it's perfect for like a beach day, but it's also a nice winter fall gourmand. And it is a little bit plasticky, but not awful plasticky. Like I've worn this and I will wear this again. And I do like it. I don't remember if I bought a backup bottle of this. Maybe I did, I'm not sure. Because this was one of the first ones I bought and I loved it when I got it and I still love it. Haven't been wearing it lately because again, the seasons and I'm getting a whole bunch of new ones, but I think the bottle is very beautiful. And I think the scent for having it in your gourmand collection is totally worth it. And then the last one is Shagaf Oud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. So oud, very interesting. Very unique. This has nothing on it. And I've never really experienced oud until I got into the whole Middle Eastern fragrance world. And what I can tell you is this is an oud friendly, inexperienced with oud friendly perfume. First time oud perfume, this is safe. Because it's not so deep and heavy and dark with the oud. It's there like a bass note in the background, kind of anchoring it, giving it a little bit of weight. But it's not a heavy perfume. I did wear this to work. I remember one full day of just wearing it to work. It was still relatively new, so I oversprayed because I feel like it was kind of light. It's still pretty light, but I do smell it, and it's still sitting, obviously, but the cap is really cute, really beautiful. It's matte. It has the SA for Swiss Arabian on top. It's ceramic. I love this. I love this beautiful teal color. This is great for summer, but again, I feel like you can wear this anytime as well because it's got a little bit of the beachy vibe, but then that oud is just giving it a little bit of, it's like a little bit of badassness that's in there. It's not like, I'm sweet. It's like, I'm sweet, but I'm also kind of tough, so don't mess with me. You know, that's what oud feels like to me. So if you have something that has a lot of oud, it tends to feel kind of like, like a tough man. It feels masculine, right? This is you know what, this, honest to God, this is like this with a little bit of oud. That's it. So I have them together because I feel like they're quite similar. The only difference is that this has no oud. This has a little bit of oud. So it gives it a little bit of depth, a little bit more character. It's a little bit more tough girl. But they're so similar with the nuttiness and the creaminess and the vanilla and the tonka. They're very, very similar. But they're both really good. I have them both. I don't know if I would buy them both again. I'm nowhere near even done wasting them and using them yet. I don't think I would sell either one of them. I think I would keep them because I really very much like them. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it for my video today. That's Milky right there. Oud tonka. Yeah, Milky is definitely the sweeter. More suntan lotiony, but sweet, beachy. And this one is beachy with that oud that's kind of like weighing it down a little bit, makes it a little bit heavier. So if you're gonna be, let's say you're staying at a hotel and it's summertime and you're on vacation and you only have 2 perfumes, wear Milky during the day at the beach and pool, and wear Shagaf Oud tonka in the evening to go out to dinner. But they're both summer. One is just a little heavier, so I feel like it's more nighttime. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Me and my tissues are going to say I will see you guys in the next one. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. That would help me very much. Thank you everybody who has subscribed. You guys are incredible. I really hope that I can get to 1,000 subscribers, because that would be really awesome. And I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to let me know down in the comments if you like this video. You know, what are your favorite gourmands? How many do you have? Are you not a gourmand person? And if you have any ideas, what would you like for me to talk about in a future video? And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you being here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.